Good evening, I am in Romania for my first trip. It's been a long travel day today. I left Stansted this morning at about 8:30. Because of the time difference, landed in Bucharest at about 2 o'clock and then spent the rest of the day travelling here to the Hotel Pensiunea Dracula, which is where I am staying tonight.
So the question is, what am I doing in the small town of Capra at the foothills of the Carpathian Mountains and over 100 miles from Bucharest? Well, today has all been about tomorrow. So let me explain. On my way here this evening, I drove through a small town called cited, which is about 6 or 7 miles back, and that serves as the starting point, or indeed the end point, I guess, depending on which way you're driving it, of the Transfagarasan Highway, one of the most famous routes in Romania and one of the most picturesque and incredibly scenic routes in the world, perhaps. Now, the challenge that I've got is that the day after tomorrow it closes for the winter season, because up there in the winter the weather does get very extreme. There's a lot of snow and blizzards and storms and even avalanches, which makes it too dangerous to drive during the winter season. So I'm just hoping, because they close it officially on the 31st of October, I'm set to drive it tomorrow on the 30th, but they do close it early sometimes if there is bad weather. I'm just hoping, I've got my fingers crossed, that the road is going to be open tomorrow and that I'm going to be able to drive it.
Well, it looks like the Transfagarasan is open for business today. Restrictions only overnight. I'm about to head out to the car park, pack the car up and hit the road. So I've just left the hotel and I'm officially on the Transfagarasan Highway. I'm about a mile from Poenari Castle. So that's where I'm going to make my first stop, hopefully take a hike up to the castle itself. So I'm now walking the 1,480 steps up towards Poenari Castle. This is the place where Vlad the Impaler lived for part of his life. The castle was built in the 13th century, and I think Vlad lived here shortly after it was built, although he isn't the reason it was built. Vlad, by the way, was the ruler of an area called Wallachia before present day Romania, and he was known to be ruthless with his enemies. He used to impale them, hence his name Vlad the Impaler. Here we go then, approaching the top. You can see as the pathway winds on, there's the Romanian flag and the castle ruins just above it. There's my car down there, all the way down in the valley, and just a mile down that road is where the Dracula Hotel was last night. But I'm pretty much at the top now. Pleased to report, this is what they call the real Dracula's castle. when Vlad the Impaler became the ruler of Wallachia, he saw the potential of the castle and ordered it to be repaired. It then became his residence, I believe. However, it was attacked a bit later on when the Turks invaded, and Vlad the Impaler ended up getting away through a secret tunnel, and then he headed north in that direction. So I'm looking back towards Poenari Castle. I haven't made it very far before I've stopped again. I'm on a bridge that I saw from the castle itself, the Arges River. You can see down in the valley there it is. It weaves its way underneath the bridge, and it's heading out of Lake Vidraru, which is what I'm heading to next. So I've just climbed to the top of a scenic overview point, and I'm about to take a look down at the dam with the beautiful sunshine on it. Oh wow, yeah, I'm pretty high here. Look at this. That's down in the valley below. And then as we come round, here is the huge Vidraru Dam, creating Lake Vidraru. So you can see some steps in the center of the shot going up towards Prometheus, and he's a monument up there. He's holding a lightning bolt to symbolize electricity, because that's what the dam ultimately creates. You can usually follow those steps and climb up, I think, but because there are some bears in the area, they've closed that section off. So I won't be climbing up any higher than this. Well, I really could stand here and just look at the scenery all day, but it's coming up to 2 o'clock. I'm about 20 minutes behind schedule, behind where I wanted to be. So I'm going to get back in the car now. Well, first of all, I'm going to walk back across the dam and then get back in the car and then continue the drive towards the Capra tunnel at the top of the Carpathian Mountains and at the highest peak of the Transfagarasan Highway. Okay, I've just stopped at the small village of Piscau Negru, I think I'm pronouncing that correctly. And this is the point tomorrow where the Transfagarasan Highway closes for the winter season right the way up until July next year. So I've been very lucky, as I might have said before. They close it early sometimes because of bad weather. The weather today is really good. It has been for a couple of days, so there's not much snow about. I'm about to get in the car now and drive the 30 kilometers that would be shut for the winter season. And that's the bit that goes up into the Carpathian Mountains, through the tunnel, and then out into the racetrack style road the other side of the mountains. So without any further ado, I think I'm going to get in the car and drive it before it gets too dark. It's coming up to 3 o'clock, so I've only got a couple of hours of sunlight left. I'm a little bit behind schedule, but I'm going to go and try and drive it and see it while it's light. Wow, what a road. Got a little bit carried away when I came through the Capra tunnel though. Ended up driving about 10 minutes past Bâlea Lake, which is right at the top as you come out of the tunnel. But I thought it would be good just to drive the road while it's still light. There's only an hour's worth of light left. But this place is just magical. Take a look at this. And I'm close to the, well, I'm not close to the bottom, but I'm getting close to the point where the road turns back to just a normal boring road now. Look at this racetrack style zigzags and corners and hairpins all over the place. That's where I've come from, right up there. I'm going to turn around, go back up and search for that glacial lake. So I've made it back to Bâlea Lake. Look at that, I'm pretty close to the top of the mountains. The tunnel is just behind me that I came through earlier. It's a really beautiful area. But I'm going to cross the road now. You can see some huts there where some local traders selling food and souvenirs. I'm going to head over in that direction where the glacial lake is. I am 7,000 feet up on a road that winds its way up to this incredible height. As I say, 7,000 feet pretty much. The road is 71 miles long from start to finish, and it has 5 tunnels, 7 aqueducts and 831 small bridges. What an incredible road to build, especially as it doesn't really go anywhere. It doesn't really replace the roads that are already there. It just cuts a path, or a road so to speak, through the mountains here, the Transylvanian Alps as they're known in the region. And then over here, a glacial lake that's produced by the melting snow. It's about 5 meters deep on average, and it's just a terrific area to be in. Look at the snow on those mountains there. Well, there it is. I'm just overlooking Bâlea Lake, and it is unfortunately getting dark now. It's about 5:15. The cloud has started rolling in, and I'd say I've probably only got about 15 minutes of light left. So I'm going to head back to the car and then take a drive to Cebu, and that's where I'm staying the night, and then exploring there tomorrow. So wow, what an incredible day it's been. Really tightly scheduled, tightly planned, and lucky enough it's come off. The road was open. It's the last day of the year, of course, and with that I think I'm going to get back on that road before it closes and head back down the valley. Good night.